Hey everyone, and welcome to World Heritage Journey. Today we're in Kutna Hora historical city centre in the Czech Republic. Kutna Hora is a historic silver mining town, and for centuries it was one of the wealthiest and most important places in all of Central Europe. There's a real legacy here of great buildings and interesting history, as well as one very, very curious attraction. Let's check it out. First up on the tour today is the most important building in town, the building you can see behind me, known these days as the Italian Court. Now, this was originally part of the town castle, and it was important because it was where the king would stay when he was in town, but more importantly, it was also the royal mint. The silver ore from the mines would be stored here, and then it would be pressed into standard issue coins that went into circulation, and that was what fed the town's immense prosperity. Have a look at this incredible building behind me at the back. It's the Cathedral of St Barbara, and it's probably the most impressive building in all of Kutna Hora. Now, St Barbara is the patron saint of miners, very important of course in this mining town. Construction on the church started in 1388, but it was interrupted a couple of times due to wars and that sort of thing. When I say interrupted a couple of times, they actually didn't finish until 1905. And it's got a fantastic style as well. It's not something I've ever seen before because the lower part of it is classic French Gothic. It's just got that real style to it that you would see at Notre Dame or somewhere like that. But then on the top, it's got those iconic sort of curved pyramid roofs, classic, just like what you see in Prague. I really, really love it. Next up, we have the building behind me, the Church of the Assumption and St John the Baptist. This is actually just out of the town of Kutna Hora, and it actually predates the town as well. It was originally part of a monastery. But the miners didn't really use this church. They preferred the one in town, and so this one fell into disuse and was actually burned down in around 1421 during a war. These days what we can see is actually mostly a 19th century reconstruction / restoration. So if Kutna Hora was once among the most rich and powerful cities in Europe, what happened? Well, in 1546, the largest and most productive silver mine in town was wiped out in a flood, and then an outbreak of plague and the 30 Years' War finished the job. But it was a long-term thing too, because Spanish colonies in the Americas were flooding Europe with cheap silver, and the price was declining. The town essentially fell into ruin, but these days it's had a massive rebound thanks to tourism. Now, it's not technically part of the UNESCO World Heritage Area. We couldn't come to Kutna Hora without coming here to the Sedlec Ossuary, because of course it is the reason that most people come here to Kutna Hora. Underneath the church, you can see behind me, is a chapel decorated entirely in human bones. The skeletons of anywhere between 40 and 70,000 people decorate almost every inch of the underground chamber. And these days it's one of the most visited spots in the whole Czech Republic. And if you think it sounds creepy, well, let's go and find out. Yeah, this place is seriously creepy. The chandelier above me has one of every bone in the human body, and there's even a crest of the House of Schwarzenberg on the wall, entirely in bone. I've really enjoyed today here in Kutna Hora. It's just such a beautiful spot. Everywhere you look, there's incredible things to find, like this Gothic water fountain that dates from around 1495, and the rest of the buildings around the square are very pretty as well. See, it's been really cool. You can just feel the history seeping out of everywhere. I will say though that because it's so close to Prague, it's a very easy day trip for a lot of people, so it can get very, very touristy at times, though we've come here early in the morning and it's been quite nice. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you loved it, hit subscribe for more videos. Until then, I'll see you at the next World Heritage site.